For decades, the British monarchy has been a story of love, duty, betrayal, and survival. From Diana's haunting predictions to Harry and Meghan's shocking exit, this is the untold truth of the royal family.
Did Princess Diana predict the future of the British monarchy? Her life, filled with glamour, tragedy, and heartbreak, left behind whispers of warnings that still echo today. Among them was a chilling insight about King Charles, a prediction so accurate it sends shivers down the spine. What did Diana say, and how did it come true? Let's dive into this royal mystery that continues to captivate the world. A princess with a voice. Princess Diana wasn't just the people's princess for her beauty or charm. She was a woman who saw the world clearly, even when it was cloaked in royal tradition. What secrets did she know about the monarchy? Diana wasn't afraid to speak her mind, even if it ruffled feathers in Buckingham Palace. Her interviews, especially the famous 1995 BBC Panorama interview, revealed her deep concerns about her marriage, the royal family, and King Charles himself. Diana's words weren't just emotional outbursts, they carried weight. She spoke about love, betrayal, and the pressures of royal life. But one warning about Charles stood out. What was it that she saw coming? Her words hinted at a future where Charles's personal desires and royal duties would clash, creating ripples that would shake the monarchy. The warning that shocked the world. In her 1995 interview, Diana famously said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." Can you guess who the third person was? She was referring to Camilla Parker Bowles, Charles's longtime love. Diana warned that Charles's devotion to Camilla would always overshadow his role as a husband, and later as a king. Was Diana right? Fast forward to today, and her words seem prophetic. Charles's relationship with Camilla, now Queen Camilla, has been a lightning rod for controversy. From their affair during his marriage to Diana to their eventual marriage in 2005, the public has never fully embraced Camilla the way they adored Diana. Diana's warning wasn't just about a love triangle. It was about how Charles's choices could weaken his standing as a future king. A king under scrutiny. Did Diana's haunting words echo into the future? When Charles became King Charles III in 2022, his past refused to stay buried. To many, Camilla remains the other woman, never escaping Diana's shadow. Polls prove it. Only 40% view Camilla kindly, while Diana is adored endlessly. Why does this matter? A king's approval can make or break the crown. Charles promised a modern monarchy, slimmed down and focused on service. Yet scandals, Harry's rift, and his personal past threatened the very stability Diana once warned about. The people's princess and her legacy. Why does Diana's warning still haunt us? Her ability to connect with people made her a global icon. She wasn't just a royal, she was a truth-teller. Her predictions about Charles weren't just guesses. They came from years of living in the royal spotlight. Diana saw the cracks in the monarchy's facade and wasn't afraid to point them out. What else did she know? Her warnings about Charles's reign remind us that even royalty can't escape the consequences of their choices. Today, as King Charles navigates his reign, Diana's words linger like a ghost. The public's love for her hasn't faded, and her warnings about Charles continue to fuel debates. Will Charles ever escape her shadow? A prediction that lives on. What makes Diana's warning so powerful? It's not just that she was right about Charles, it's that her words still resonate. She spoke from the heart, exposing the human side of a seemingly untouchable institution. Her warning about Charles wasn't just about a man. It was about a system struggling to stay relevant. Will the monarchy heed her words? In conclusion, as we look at King Charles's reign, Diana's insight feels more relevant than ever. Her life was cut short, but her voice still echoes. What other truths did she leave behind? One thing is clear, Princess Diana's warning about King Charles wasn't just a moment in time. It was a glimpse into the future. If you found this video useful, please hit the bell icon to get more content. Imagine finding a hidden treasure that reveals the deepest secrets of a beloved princess. What if those secrets could change how we see her life forever? In 1997, the world lost Princess Diana, but her private letters, uncovered years later, continue to captivate and shock us. These letters, written with raw emotion, offer a glimpse into the heart of the people's princess. Let's dive into the story of these secret letters that stunned the world. A hidden love story unveiled. What happens when a princess's heart is stolen on paper? In the late 80s and early 90s, Princess Diana wrote 62 love letters to Major James Hewitt, her army officer lover. These handwritten notes, some penned during the Gulf War, were raw, vulnerable, and deeply personal. But then came the betrayal. In 1997, Hewitt's lover, Anna Ferretti, broke into his home, cracked open his safe, and stole the letters. Soon, leaks hit the press. Suddenly, Diana's most private thoughts weren't private anymore. The world glimpsed a broken marriage, forbidden love, and a princess's pain. The heart of a princess. What would you do if your most private thoughts were splashed across headlines? Diana's letters were not just love notes, they were a window into her soul. She wrote about her loneliness in her marriage, her fears, and her hopes for a better future. One letter reportedly said, "I'm struggling to find my place in this world," revealing her emotional turmoil. Another described her love for Hewitt, calling him "my refuge" during her darkest days. The letters also hinted at tensions within the royal family. Diana mentioned feeling like an outsider at Buckingham Palace, a claim that resonated with her public image as the people's princess. Can you feel her pain? A scandal that shook the world. What happens when private letters become public property? When snippets of Diana's letters surfaced, the media went wild. Tabloids called them explosive and scandalous, and the public couldn't get enough. The letters confirmed rumors of Diana's affair with Hewitt, which had been whispered about for years. People asked, how could someone so famous feel so alone? The scandal didn't stop there. In 2003, excerpts from the letters were published in a book, Love and War, by Hewitt himself. Can you believe the betrayal? Diana's private words were now for sale, sparking outrage among her fans. Some called Hewitt a traitor for profiting from her trust, while others were desperate to read more. The letters were later auctioned, with some fetching over $150,000. Each sale reignited debates about privacy and respect for Diana's legacy. Why these letters still matter? Why do we still care about letters written decades ago? Because they pull back the curtain on a legend. Diana wasn't just a royal. She was a woman who loved, suffered, and longed to be heard. Her handwritten notes prove that even icons battle private pain. They also spark a chilling question. If her words could be stolen and sold, how safe are our own messages today? Diana's confessions of feeling trapped and unloved shook the monarchy, fueling public sympathy and exposing the fragile truth behind palace walls. A legacy that lives on. What's the true legacy of Diana's secret letters? Every rediscovery keeps her story alive, sparking fresh debates about her life, loves, and influence. Documentaries and exhibitions showcase her handwritten words as a priceless archive of emotion. Yet the exposure raises questions. Should her private thoughts stay public or sealed forever? One thing remains certain: Diana's words still echo with power, vulnerability, and connection. In conclusion, can a few pieces of paper change history? Princess Diana's secret letters did just that. They shocked the world, revealing a woman who is both a royal icon and a human being with real struggles. From stolen love notes to global headlines, these letters tell a story of love, betrayal, and resilience. They remind us why Diana remains unforgettable, a princess whose heart still speaks to us through her words. What do you think her letters reveal about her? And what secrets might still be out there, waiting to be uncovered?
But Diana's story did not end with her. Her shadow still hangs over the monarchy today.
Imagine a love story that shook the world, turned a villain into a hero, and reshaped Britain's oldest institution. That's the tale of Queen Camilla. Once painted as the other woman in a royal tragedy, she now stands beside King Charles III as queen. But how did she go from scandal to respect? Let's dive into the transformation. Humble beginnings, unexpected future. Did you know Camilla was born on July 17, 1947, in London? Not into royalty, but into a modest, upper-middle-class family? Her father was an army officer turned businessman, her mother a charity worker. Camilla's childhood was simple: horses, painting, gardening. She studied in England, Switzerland, and France, becoming a social debutante of the 1960s. In 1971, her life changed forever when she met Prince Charles at a polo match. Sparks flew instantly, but fate wasn't kind. They went separate ways. Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973, had 2 children, Tom and Laura, and lived a seemingly ordinary life. Still, destiny wasn't done with her. The scandal that shook the world. What if one affair could shake an entire monarchy? That's what happened in the 1980s and 1990s when Camilla's secret relationship with Charles, while he was married to Princess Diana, burst into the open. In 1993, the infamous Tampon-Gate phone scandal humiliated them both. After Diana's tragic death in 1997, public fury only grew stronger. Camilla was branded the villain, mocked by the press, and despised by the public. Slowly stepping into the light. Picture this: a woman once hidden away, now bravely stepping into the spotlight. By 1999, Camilla began appearing in public alongside Charles, including at a glamorous party at the Ritz Hotel. In 2002, Queen Elizabeth II gave her a subtle but powerful approval by inviting her to the Golden Jubilee celebrations. Finally, on April 9, 2005, Charles and Camilla married in a simple civil ceremony at Windsor. She became Duchess of Cornwall but avoided the title Princess of Wales out of respect for Diana. Instead, she built her own identity, a champion of causes that matter. As Duchess, Camilla surprised the world. She wasn't chasing photo ops, she was chasing change. She championed osteoporosis awareness after losing her mother, created a global book club to boost literacy, fought for survivors of domestic violence, and gave voice to causes like animal welfare and poverty. Supporting over 90 charities, she turned quiet advocacy into powerful impact. The woman who changed the king. She was once the outsider. Now she's the secret force behind the crown. Insiders reveal Camilla made Charles softer, warmer, and even approachable, turning a reserved monarch into a king people can finally connect with. Breaking traditions, modernizing the crown. Unlike queens before her, Camilla brought a modern, relatable style. She's the first queen spotted in jeans, the first to casually chat with reporters, and the first to normalize second marriages within the royal family. When King Charles faced cancer treatments in 2024, Camilla carried the weight of the monarchy, representing him at key events like Commonwealth Day. She also modernized royal roles, replacing old-fashioned ladies-in-waiting with practical queen's companions. From scorn to respect, public opinion has shifted dramatically. In the late 1990s, Camilla's approval ratings were dismal. Today, more than half of Britons support her role as queen. Her coronation alongside Charles on May 6, 2023, cemented her position. No longer queen consort, just Queen Camilla. Her international visits to countries like France, Germany, and Kenya highlight her growing global influence. The legacy of Queen Camilla. So, how did Queen Camilla change the monarchy forever? She proved the crown could adapt to divorce and remarriage. She brought real-world grit to royal life, making it more relatable. She helped Charles transform into a more human, approachable king. She expanded the monarchy's relevance through charities addressing modern issues like literacy, abuse, and health. In the end, Queen Camilla's story is one of resilience. She survived scandals, rebuilt her image, and proved that even a 1,000-year-old institution can change. Who would have thought love could rewrite history? Camilla did, and in doing so, she forever changed the crown. Imagine a king stepping into one of the most powerful thrones in the world, only to face a health scare months into his reign. That is the reality for King Charles III. His health has suddenly become the most talked about subject in Britain and beyond. But what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Let's break it down. A king's health in the spotlight. When you are a king, even a cough or a short hospital visit makes global headlines. Earlier this year, Buckingham Palace confirmed that King Charles was undergoing treatment for a medical condition. While the palace shared little detail at first, the news was enough to spark questions. Is the king well enough to carry out his duties? For the royal family, health is never a private matter. People still remember how Queen Elizabeth's health struggles in her final year fueled speculation about succession. The same is happening now with Charles. Why it matters to Britain? Why does the health of one man matter so much? Because King Charles is not just a person. He is a symbol of stability. The monarchy represents tradition, continuity, and national pride. If the king's health limits his ability to serve, it affects more than palace routines. It shapes how Britain presents itself to the world. For example, Charles is supposed to lead major state events, open parliament, and host foreign leaders. The weight of history. History shows us that royal health can change the course of a nation. King George VI, Charles' grandfather, struggled with poor health and died young, placing Queen Elizabeth II on the throne at just 25. Now, people are asking, could history repeat itself? Charles is 76 years old, and while life expectancy is longer today, illness at his age is taken seriously. Every report about his health sparks fresh discussions about the next in line, Prince William. The role of Prince William. Here's where it gets fascinating. Prince William is already stepping up, attending key state functions and representing the crown while King Charles rests. Many believe he's being quietly prepared for kingship sooner than expected. With Princess Kate also under public scrutiny due to her health, the younger royals now carry the heavy weight of a monarchy in transition. Camilla. Another important figure is Queen Camilla. Once criticized as the other woman, she has now become Charles's strongest support. Palace insiders say she helps him manage stress and keeps him focused during recovery. Camilla has also taken on more royal duties, proving she is not just a background figure but a working queen. Public reaction. The British public has responded with a mix of sympathy and worry. Many remember how Queen Elizabeth carried on through health issues, appearing in public even when frail. But Charles is different. Social media has exploded with questions like, should the king step aside if his health declines? Would Britain accept William as king sooner than expected? The truth is, most people do not want sudden changes. The bigger picture. Looking ahead, the monarchy faces big challenges. Younger generations in Britain are less attached to royal traditions. Some even question the need for a monarchy at all. That is why King Charles' health matters beyond his personal story. If he cannot serve as actively as planned, the burden falls on William and Kate to keep the crown relevant in modern times. We may soon see a shift toward what experts call a slimmed-down monarchy, fewer royals in public roles, with William and Kate leading the charge. This could be the future Charles always wanted, but perhaps sooner than he imagined. In conclusion, Crown has survived wars, abdications, and scandals. Now it faces a new challenge: the health of its king. For Charles, this is deeply personal. For Britain, it is a national question. One thing is certain: every update on his health is not just about a man. It is about the future of the monarchy. And in that future, the eyes of the world are already fixed on William and Kate, waiting for the moment when history might demand they step forward.
As Charles and Camilla reshaped the monarchy, the next generation faced struggles of their own.
Once upon a time, Prince William and Prince Harry weren't just brothers. They were inseparable. They played football in palace gardens, shared secrets, and leaned on each other when their mother, Princess Diana, died in 1997. The world watched them walk behind her coffin, side by side, united in grief. Their bond looked unbreakable, but today, the story is heartbreakingly different. The brothers are divided with whispers of jealousy, anger, and mistrust. The burning question remains: what shattered William and Harry's once unshakable brotherhood? A bond built on pain. The death of Princess Diana shaped both William and Harry's lives. At just 15 and 12 years old, they had to mourn their mother in front of the entire world. For years, they found comfort in each other. Harry once called William the only person on this planet who really understands what I've been through. This bond was powerful. They called themselves a team of two. Even when royal duties began to shape William's life differently from Harry's, they still leaned on each other. The heir versus the spare. Here lies the first big divide: their roles in the monarchy. William was always the heir, the future king of England. Harry was the spare, important but secondary. Royal insiders say this difference affected how they were treated by both the palace and the press. William had a clear path with support, guidance, and protection. Harry often felt like he was left in the shadows. In his memoir, Spare, 2023, Harry wrote that he felt like he was born only in case something happened to Willie. Enter Meghan Markle. The arrival of Meghan Markle, an American actress, turned Harry's world upside down. He fell in love fast and wanted his family to embrace her. But William reportedly urged him to take it slow. Harry saw this as doubt, not support, and the rift began. When Meghan married Harry in 2018, many hoped she would heal the brothers' bond. Instead, she became a lightning rod. Meghan admitted to tensions with Kate in her Oprah interview. Meanwhile, tabloids attacked Meghan, and Harry believed William failed to protect her, deepening their divide. The explosive exit. In 2020, Harry and Meghan shocked the world by stepping down as senior royals. The press called it Megxit. The brothers were officially on opposite sides of the royal drama. William reportedly felt blindsided by Harry's decision. According to royal sources, William believed Harry abandoned not just the family, but also their duty to the crown. Harry, however, said he had no choice. He accused the palace of failing to protect Meghan from racist and unfair press coverage. Harry's memoir, Bombshells. In 2023, Harry released his book, Spare, and it revealed shocking details. He claimed that William once physically attacked him during a heated argument about Meghan. Harry also said William and Kate encouraged him to wear a controversial Nazi costume to a party when he was younger. These revelations stunned the world. To many, it looked like Harry had burned the last bridges with his brother. Can they ever heal? Despite years of tension, there have been flickers of hope. In 2021, William and Harry stood together to unveil a statue of their mother, Princess Diana. For a moment, it felt like 1997 again. Two grieving boys united. The world prayed it marked healing, but hope faded quickly. Harry's life in California with Meghan contrasts sharply with William's path to kingship. Historian Robert Lacey calls it a tragedy. Brothers once inseparable, now worlds apart. In conclusion, here's the truth. The William and Harry story isn't just about royalty, it's about family. Two brothers shaped by tragedy, torn by duty, and trapped under the world's spotlight. Millions relate because family rifts, jealousy, and disagreements are universal. The question remains, can time heal their wounds? Or is their bond broken forever? Only they know. Once William and Harry were Diana's boys, united and inseparable. Today they walk different paths, divided by duty and distance. Yet the world still waits, hoping one day they'll reunite. Not as royals or rivals, but simply as brothers bound by love. The Royal Feud, Meghan Markle and Princess Kate's untold story. Have you ever wondered what happens when two powerful women share the same royal stage? Picture this. One is Catherine, Princess of Wales, elegant, steady, and destined to be queen. The other is Meghan Markle, a Hollywood actress turned duchess, bold, outspoken, and ready to shake things up. On the surface, they smiled for cameras, waved from palace balconies, and played their roles. Welcome to the untold story of Meghan Markle and Princess Kate's feud, a royal rift still making headlines in 2025. The women behind the titles. First, let's meet the two women at the center of it all. Kate Middleton, now Princess of Wales, married Prince William in 2011. Known for her grace, charitable work, and motherhood to George, Charlotte, and Louis, Kate embodies the classic royal image. Even after a cancer diagnosis in 2024, she returned stronger, continuing her public duties with a focus on family and resilience. Meghan Markle, on the other hand, was already a familiar face before marrying Prince Harry in 2018. Best known for her role in the TV series Suits, Meghan brought Hollywood glamour and modern confidence into the monarchy. She has since built a new life in California with Harry and their children, Archie and Lilibet, running projects with Netflix and her own lifestyle brand. Two women, two worlds, one palace. Something had to give. Tears over tiaras. So when did the fairy tale frost over? The drama began in 2018, just before Meghan's wedding. Rumors swirled that Meghan had made Kate cry during a bridesmaid dress fitting for little Princess Charlotte. But in her 2021 Oprah interview, Meghan flipped the script, claiming, "It made me cry." Who told the truth? We may never know. But one thing was clear. Their approaches to royal life clashed. Kate, ever traditional. Meghan, unapologetically modern. Harry's bombshell memoir. The feud deepened as Harry's 2023 memoir Spare hit shelves. He revealed awkward moments, like Meghan asking to borrow Kate's lip gloss, leaving Kate visibly uncomfortable. He also claimed William branded Meghan difficult and rude. Add to that the infamous Megexit in 2020, when Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties, and the cracks became impossible to ignore. Royal watchers began to wonder, was Kate part of the problem? Reports suggested Meghan even mocked Kate with the nickname Weighty Katie, a dig at her long courtship with William. Palace walls, private pain. Imagine living in a palace yet feeling like an outsider. Meghan admitted she struggled with suicidal thoughts during her time as a working royal, blaming isolation and hostility. Kate, however, never publicly addressed Meghan's pain, choosing instead to stay silent and continue with her duties. In 2022, after Queen Elizabeth's death, the so-called Fab Four, William, Kate, Harry, and Meghan, reunited briefly. But body language experts spotted the chill. No hugs, stiff smiles, and eyes that barely met. Feud in 2025. So where does the feud stand now? If you thought time healed wounds, think again. In 2025, the rivalry is still alive. Meghan's new Netflix cooking show was accused of overshadowing Kate's Christmas Carol concert, sparking fresh headlines. Meghan's social media comeback also drew mockery, while critics resurfaced old claims about her difficult behavior with palace staff. Meanwhile, Kate's public image soared. After recovering from her cancer battle, she returned to duties with poise, even preparing for trips to the United States. Experts say she and William have zero interest in reconciliation, with what one source called irreconcilable anger. Will peace ever come? The question lingers. Can Meghan and Kate ever hug it out? Insiders say it's unlikely. Some experts believe Meghan would need to apologize publicly to end the feud. Others insist Kate simply doesn't want reconciliation at all. The result? a royal Cold War playing out 4,000 miles apart. In conclusion, this feud isn't just about two women. It reflects the struggles of tradition versus modernity, silence versus speaking out, and the impossible pressures of life in the royal spotlight. So, will 2025 bring peace or more royal fireworks? For now, the world watches, captivated. Because when it comes to Meghan Markle and Princess Kate, one truth remains. Even princesses can't escape family drama.
From broken bonds to royal rivalries, the feuds have shaken the monarchy. But beyond the scandals, one question remains: what future awaits the crown?
Imagine being watched by the world every step, every smile, every moment under a microscope. Now imagine facing a personal storm while keeping that smile in place. This is the untold story of Prince William and Princess Kate, a couple who faced a hidden struggle that tested their strength, love, and commitment, away from the public's prying eyes. What was this secret battle, and how did they overcome it? Let's dive into their journey, one that proves even royalty faces challenges behind the palace walls. A love story under pressure. Prince William and Kate Middleton, now the Prince and Princess of Wales, have always been a picture of grace. From their fairy tale wedding in 2011 to raising their three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, they've captured hearts worldwide. But behind the polished image, life hasn't always been easy. The couple faced a challenge that few knew about, one that tested their bond and resilience in ways most of us can only imagine. The pressure of royal life is no secret. Every move is scrutinized, every word analyzed. But what happens when personal struggles collide with public expectations? For William and Kate, this clash came in a way that threatened to shake their foundation. The hidden struggle. In early 2024, rumors began to swirl about Kate's absence from public events. The public speculated wildly, from health concerns to personal scandals. But the truth was far more private and profound. Kate was diagnosed with a health issue that required serious attention. While the palace kept details under wraps, the couple faced a whirlwind of emotions: fear, uncertainty, and the weight of keeping it private while the world watched. William, known for his steady demeanor, became Kate's rock. He juggled his royal duties, fatherhood, and supporting his wife through her treatment. Sources close to the couple say William was by her side every step of the way, often staying up late to talk through their fears and hopes. Kate, meanwhile, showed incredible strength, focusing on her recovery while shielding her children from worry. This was no small feat for a mother under constant public scrutiny. But the struggle wasn't just about health. The emotional toll of balancing their roles as royals, parents, and partners was immense. Finding strength in unity, what makes William and Kate's story so inspiring is how they faced this challenge together. They didn't let the pressure break them. Instead, it brought them closer. Friends of the couple shared that they grew even more open with each other, talking honestly about their fears and dreams. Kate's resilience inspired William, while his unwavering support gave her the courage to keep going. The couple also turned to their inner circle for support. Close family members, including King Charles, who faced his own health challenges around the same time, offered guidance and love. Their children, though young, became a source of joy and motivation. Simple moments like bedtime stories or family walks became their anchor, reminding them what they were fighting for. A new chapter. By late 2024, Kate began to return to public life, her smile brighter than ever. The public cheered her comeback, unaware of the battle she'd fought. William, too, carried a renewed sense of purpose, advocating for causes like mental health and environmental conservation with even more passion. Their struggle, though private, shaped them into stronger leaders and partners. What can we learn from their story? That even those who seem to have it all face challenges. That love, trust, and teamwork can overcome even the toughest storms. William and Kate's secret struggle reminds us that behind every polished image is a human story, one of courage, hope, and resilience. In conclusion, their journey isn't just about crowns and castles. It's about the unseen battles we all face. William and Kate's love story is built on resilience, quiet struggles, and unshakable support. Behind every royal smile lies a story of fire and survival. This is the side the world rarely saw, A reminder that even in palaces, true strength is holding on to love and what matters most. Is the royal marriage as perfect as it looks? That's the question millions of people around the world ask every time Prince William and Princess Kate step out smiling for the cameras. They appear polished, united, and happy. A picture-perfect couple raising 3 children under the watchful eyes of both the public and the crown. But behind palace doors, the story of their marriage is more layered, more real, and more human than fairy tale perfection. A love story that captured the world. It all started in the early 2000s at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland. William was the future king, Kate was a commoner from a wealthy but non-royal family, and yet sparks flew. Their romance was not instant, but grew slowly over time, rooted in friendship and trust. But did you know their love story nearly ended before it began? In 2007, the couple briefly broke up. William felt the pressure of royal duty, while Kate faced intense media attention. The wedding of the century. On April 29, 2011, the world stopped to watch William and Kate marry at Westminster Abbey. An estimated 2 billion people tuned in. The bride's lace gown by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen became instantly iconic, and the newlyweds' kiss on the balcony of Buckingham Palace was replayed millions of times. Raising a family. Under the spotlight. Imagine being a future king, yet your parents still walk you to school, bake with you, and attend parent-teacher meetings. That's the reality for George, Charlotte, and Louis. William and Kate's modern royal parenting. The real struggles behind closed doors. Of course, no marriage is perfect, not even a royal one. Rumors of strain have often made headlines. From whispers of William's temper to stories of Kate feeling isolated, tabloids love to paint dramatic pictures. In 2019, for example, the media speculated about William's alleged closeness with Rose Hanbury, a family friend. So, is their marriage rock solid or fragile under the crown's weight? Royal insiders say William and Kate have faced ups and downs but remain committed to each other. Kate's role in William's life. Behind palace doors, Kate is more than just a wife and mother. She is William's anchor. Many royal experts believe Kate plays the same steadying role for William that Camilla now plays for King Charles. Sources close to the couple say Kate is the one who calms William's fiery side. She encourages him to show warmth in public, even hugging strangers, something unthinkable for royals a generation ago. A partnership built on teamwork. Their marriage also functions as a partnership in duty. William and Kate attend state events, host world leaders, and manage hundreds of charitable causes. In 2021, they launched their joint project, the Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood, which reflects their shared mission to improve the lives of young children across the UK. When William steps up to be king one day, Kate won't just be beside him, she will be one of his greatest assets. The public's fascination. Why do people care so much about William and Kate's marriage? Because it blends tradition with relatability. On one hand, they are heirs to centuries of royal history. On the other, they laugh, bicker, and face stress like any other couple. They are proof that even inside palaces, marriage takes effort, compromise, and love. Looking ahead. What happens when a king's health falters? In 2025, King Charles' struggles push William and Kate into the spotlight. Every handshake, every appearance feels like training for the throne. Their marriage isn't just personal, it's political. If they stay united, the monarchy survives. If they stumble, the crown itself could tremble. In conclusion, behind the palace doors, William and Kate's marriage is not a fairy tale, but something better. It is a partnership that has survived breakups, gossip, duty, and global attention. It is built not on perfection, but on resilience, trust, and a shared vision for the future. And that truth, more than any balcony kiss or royal portrait, is what makes their story worth watching.
From Diana's letters to Harry and Meghan's departure, from Charles's struggles to William and Kate's future, the monarchy stands at a crossroads. Its history is written in sacrifice, scandal, and love. But one truth remains: the crown's story is far from over.